All right, we'll get started. Thank you everyone for joining us here tonight for our post-match press conference. Joining us to start us off is Mason Trafford from Cavalry FC. Todd, you can go ahead.
Hey Mason, your thoughts first of all on the game today?
Yeah, it was hard fought for sure. Not the worst result, 0-0 in what was a really tough game. I think the weather was tough, third game in the week. Although we did some rotations, I think it still showed we were, a bit fatigued, and we had ground out a result. Would have preferred to win, but we'll take it at this stage.
How big has the heat been this week, especially going into this one? You guys really feel it, and were you glad that it was going from earlier today?
Yeah, I think today was probably the worst. It felt humid out there, and it's just a part of it. Both teams are dealing with it. So I mean, it's definitely a factor, but it's not anything we can't overcome. So we just get on with it.
Thanks.
Thank you, Todd. Anthony, you can go ahead.
Thank you. Mason, you nearly scored a goal. Was that shocking?
I think I should have had two tonight. Actually, when I watch them back, I'll be disappointed. I had one in the first half, which I made good contact with and just hit it over. And then in the second half on the corner from Ledgerwood, I'm actually not sure what happened, if I hit it off Oxner or what exactly happened. To be honest, I didn't see the replay. So I felt like it was close for both. So I am a bit disappointed, actually.
You've got 7 points from 3 games now? You just must be happy.
Yeah, I mean, we set out to win every game, and we wanted to win this game as well. We felt like we had the ability to do so before. But, at this stage of the season and in this Winnipeg kickoff, I think to take 0-0 in the third game at the end of a really long week, again, it's not the end of the world. It's again, we're disappointed because we do set out to win every game. But I think when we sit back at the end of the day and reflect on it, it's not the end of the world.
Thanks.
Thank you. Benedict, you can go ahead.
Thanks, Paige. Mason, just wondering your thoughts on the performance of the young man beside you there, Karifa Yao.
Yeah, I love Karifa. I think he's an unbelievable talent. I think he'll be a big player in the future. I think, is he only 20 years old? I think all our center backs can play. We're lucky in that regard. We have a really good center back core, and he's a huge part of that. I enjoy playing with him. So yeah, I'm really proud of him.
And the game got a little bit feisty a couple of times there. How did that sort of happen?
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I think it's just two competitive teams. Both want to win. Again, it's a hot day. It's 3 games in 6 days. No preseason. Tempers can flare up. People get tired. It's natural. I don't think it was anything malicious. There was handshakes all around after the game. No hard feelings from anybody. It's just a part of it. And yeah, nothing really to make of it, actually.
Thank you.
Thank you, Benedict. Dylan, you can go ahead.
Thanks. Hi, Mason. Just sort of similar question. You guys have done a lot of rotation through your first 3 games. How is it for you guys playing with different partners, different setups in front of you there in these 3 games so far?
Yeah, it's been really good. We've obviously been training a lot in preseason, but no games. So it's a very unique situation to come here and jump right into it. Meaningful games for points, even though we haven't played any opposition. So with the amount of games and the amount of days and the heat and all the factors that we have to deal with here, I think it's due just to get results, to protect players. Just a lot of different reasons why it's happening. And I know the players, the staff, we have a lot of belief in every single one of our guys. So it's really it's not a big deal at all. It's actually a positive thing, and anybody that takes a jersey feels empowered and ready to go fight for the team.
Thanks.
Todd, you can go ahead and start us off with Tommy.
Well, Coach, you can't win them all, especially when you have so many games and so many days and such big heat.
Yeah, listen, I couldn't ask much more out of these lads. They've took the jersey. Many of them have played their first full 90s in almost a year. Some of the foreign players haven't played for 18 months. So everybody stepped up to a man. It was extreme heat today. 35 degrees was what it read on the scale, but on the turf it was hotter. But we firmly believe if we're not going to win a game, we're not going to lose. And to take 7 points out of the first 3 games in 6 days is good when we'll reflect back. Now we get an extra day of rest and recovery, which is much needed. We've got a few bumps and bruises, and that's all part and parcel of this kickoff tournament.
Thanks, Coach.
Benedict, you can go ahead.
Thanks, Paige. Tommy, just want to know your thoughts on the performance of Tyson Farago in his first performance for the club.
Yeah, he's good. He's earned it. I mean, he's been doing a lot of great work with Marco and our goalie coach, Jordan Santiago. We brought him in for a reason. We wanted someone with a bit of experience. He's played, I think, 8 years as a pro. He's a terrific guy around the locker room. He's worked extremely hard. He was a bit unfortunate to not be retained during 2020. And as soon as we needed a second keeper, he was top of the list, and he hasn't disappointed. And today he's made some big punches, big catches, and his footwork's great. He can really stretch the play when it's needed. And sometimes that's good because, it's a great way to avoid a high press. But no, he's terrific today.
Thanks, Tommy.
CPL Fever, you can go ahead.
Hi, Tommy. This is Jack from CPL Fever. Good game today. You didn't come away with the win, but I thought your team did play really well. So my question for you is about Richard Luca. So he had tons of pace. He was able to get past Maury Donor a lot. Unfortunately, he did come on early in the game. I hope Camargo is doing well, by the way. But he was very comfortable on the ball. And like I said, he was able to get past the defenders that he was going against. So what are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, good. Listen, he's another one that, couldn't get in last year, found himself. He's probably been 2 years without actually playing a game. So he's terrific. He's come in and we're trying to manage his minutes. And today we needed to increase it more. And he didn't disappoint. You can see what we say about he's going to entertain people because he's just got that shimmy and shake. And imagine when he's got match fitness, the guy's going to be brilliant for us. And he committed to it. And he's not shy of, adding to the defensive side too, which is, that's something we want from every single one of our players. But yeah, he created some moments. We just maybe lacked that little finish or the little back post run that would have converted those chances to goals. But like I said, it's just a learning lesson, and we'll keep moving forward.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see him play more, and he did really have he had really good explosive touches, and he really did have skill moves for days.
Yeah, good man. Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, Tommy.
Thank you. Michael, you can go ahead.
Hey, Tommy.
Hey, Mike.
This month, the games are coming thick and fast, and it's like there's very little room for rest or anything like that. A lot of the coaches have talked about using this like a pre-season tournament, but although you're not going to win a playoff spot in this tournament or lose one, you can certainly put a bit of distance between yourself and the other teams. Is that the kind of mindset that you've come into this with? Because I know you like to win everything that you're in.
Yeah, that's and you've heard it from Mason. We have competitive games in training. We're always trying to win, whether it's at card games or ping pong or on the practice ground. So it's no different. As many points as we can bank, we've always said we'll bank them and we'll move back to Spruce Meadows in front of our fans. That's what we're trying to do, because then that's the second stage of this season. But yeah, I can't be disappointed with 7 points in 3 games. We're going to keep managing minutes. We had a strategy going into it. We're trying not to deviate from it. We've got more players coming back, as well as we knew we'd start to have niggles, which we picked up. David Norman missed one today because he had a bit of a niggle. We'll assess Sergio Camargo after this, and then we'll just keep building forward, because I'd love to have built with the same team that played against Atletico Ottawa, but we knew that we had to rotate. So yeah, it was a different problem today, and one we came out with some positives.
Cheers, Tommy.
Thanks.
Thank you. We have time for 2 more questions. So Anthony, I'll let you go ahead first.
Hey, Tommy. As Jack mentioned there, Sergio came off. How much of a spanner in the works did that make to your plans for the game?
Yeah, it's never good when one of your key players gets a knock like that early, and he just couldn't run it off. So as we're assessing it, the lads are down in the first 10 minutes, which is when it's all chaotic anyway, and they're doing it with an extra man. So it took us a little bit longer to get our momentum into it, and then we started to find a little bit of rhythm with it. But yeah, it does throw a spanner in the works. But we've got players like Richard Luca that can come in. Now Jose Hernandez is back as well. We've got other players that now need to step up and fill the void. But yeah, it just disrupts, but it didn't destroy our game plans.
So what's the plan now for the rest time? Like, are you gonna run the guys for not scoring a goal, or are you gonna like take it easy?
Listen, these guys, they've been in a bubble for 14 days and it's been very routine and very regimented. They've earned themselves a day off. We're going to treat them like human beings, relax, not talk about football, let them just recharge their batteries. And Monday through Wednesday, we'll then prep and reflect on what's been throughout the course of the week and what the next game is.
Enjoy the time off.
Thanks.
Thank you, Anthony. And we'll take our final question. Todd, you can go ahead to wrap us up.
Just curious, what is the prognosis for Sergio?
I don't know yet. I'll assess it. I didn't have a chance because I went from one microphone to another. So I'm not sure. We'll assess him and probably update in the next press conference.